I found this little flower in my studio. It's an abandoned piece of work, so I'm going to use it as my warm-up today. It's a good idea to warm up, especially if you haven't painted in a while or if you're working on something and you're getting in your head about it. For me right now, I'm getting in my head about 2 commissions. First of all, I always get in my head about commissions because I want to be a perfectionist about it. Someone's paying me for something that they're going to hang up in their house. So I'm always a little more anal about my commissions, and sometimes that isn't good, and I kind of need to just loosen up. Also, your verbal brain and your visual brain are very different, and we usually function in our verbal brain, especially when we're doing a work right away. So you'll start judging yourself, you'll start getting into that schema. Your schema is like, you think you know what an eye looks like or a flower looks like, so you kind of let that judge do your artwork instead of your visual brain, which is just observing something in space. So your spatial reasoning is different from your linguistic reasoning. So it's just a tip that artists use, whether they're aware of it or not, but it's nice to be aware of. So another reason to do this is if you get new art supplies. So I know that I get in my head about art supplies. I'm like, oh my God, this is so sacred. It's so expensive. I don't want to ruin any of it. I just want it to be perfectly new all the time. But the reason I bought it is to use it. So I try to use art supplies right away. First of all, it gets me using them. Second of all, it gets me painting. So always after you buy art supplies, just use them. Do something quick and fun and loose like this, just to kind of break the ice of getting something new. And then also, if you have a bunch of palettes, I know I'm really unorganized about my palettes. I kind of just start and go. And then I have all of these random palettes around, but I don't like to waste them. So I reactivate them with water. And then, oh gosh, something just, oh, it was the wind. Sorry about that. And then I reactivate it with water. And then I just kind of take from different palettes to kind of use up those paints so that I can create a new one. Like I said, I really like creating new palettes, but I'm really unorganized. I'm not innately organized at all. So anyways, what I did here was all I did was dropped in some water first without any pigment, just wet my background with a paintbrush and water, and then I put in some pigment, dabbed in if it pooled with a cloth, and then I did the salt technique. Salt is really cool technique for backgrounds. It kind of absorbs it, and then once it dries, you wipe it off, and it gives a really cool technique. Let me know what you think.